when it comes to food, yeah, so in Chinese medicine, we classify them like into different groups. So some food are considered as hot, temperature-wise, and all not so hot, warm. Others considered cool and cold. So the reason they do that is based on the body's response after eating certain type of food, based on the reaction. For example, like if you eat too much ice cream, what happens? You may have a brain freeze. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, and not that, just like tummy ache, right? Yeah, you have that. So those are ice cream is cold. Yeah, so certain food in that nature, like plums, the fruit, yeah, also is cold. Yeah, too much plums, what happens? Same thing, abdominal cramps. Yeah. And hot, for example, like meat, yeah, like beef, lamb, yeah, those are after eating it, sometimes you feel, yeah, you feel it's like the blood pressure is up a little bit, yeah, and the heart rate is a little bit faster, yeah, and certain, yeah, it's cooling and cold. So basically, is the food we eat should match our pattern or our constitution, yeah. And so that's the whole idea. And so basically, yeah, if you have a cold condition, you need hot food. If you have a hot condition, you need cold. Yeah. It's the opposite. So they try to balance it. Yeah. So too much towards one side, yeah, so may tip off the balance. Yeah, you need to bring it back. And the same principle we use also with the herbs, and including supplements. So the supplements, right now is. There's some study showing, like basically they classify those supplements, yeah, under the TCM principle. So like, okay, are they cold? Are they hot? You see a lot of those, yeah. Like even medicine, even steroids. Steroids are considered as a hot or extreme hot, yeah, follow the TCM model. Because what happens is like, okay, you're on steroids. Here's the saying, right? You don't sleep. You just get irritated. We have a lot of times, right? Yeah, when they do chemo, at the same time they give the steroids. That's what happens. Yeah. So you have that. Yeah. So this is all. You need to eat certain food, cooling food. Try to basically reduce that. So I guess no steaks when you're taking steroids, right? Yeah. You don't want to add too much. No spicy food. You don't want to add too much heat into the system. So that, yeah. So that basically, you look at it from the pharmacology perspective. This is the certain food, like the spicy, like the hot food, could cool food basically are the fruit and certain vegetables and the deep leafy stuff. Yeah. So you look at that, it's like they're cool because they have most times they have those. Extra, vitamins, those are minerals. Yeah. They have that. Yeah. And so it's basically the idea is the balance. Yeah. And a lot of people just eat fruit and vegetables, to lose weight or have other. And so what happens is because it's so cold, and most times when you eat food so cold, what happens is because that we need the pancreas or the enzyme, right, from the pancreas to digest the food. If all those enzymes are protein, so protein are very sensitive to temperature change. Yeah, if it's too cold, those digestive enzymes, they don't function well. So by the same token, you may take digestive enzymes. So make sure don't take it with iced tea or ice water. It may decrease the bioavailability. Yeah. So because I need that temperature is a very important thing. So that's why we talk about the balanced diet. Yeah. And also if you eat the meal, the hot warm food first, the cold food later. Yeah. So salad should be eaten not as an appetizer, should be eaten as a dessert. Yeah. So that is basically the point.